Okay, welcome back everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for another explainer. Today, we're tackling something that is highly relevant to anyone who's invested their time, energy, and, let's be real, their hard-earned money into perfecting their smile. We're looking at the essential, definitive guide to dental retainers after clear aligner treatment. Whether you're wearing aligners right now, you're just about to finish up, or maybe you finished a while ago and are kind of wondering what comes next, this explainer is designed exactly for you. Let's set the stage right out of the gate. Popping out that last aligner isn't the finish line at all. Actually, it's just the beginning of your final phase.
It's an incredible feeling, isn't it? You pop out that very last tray, you look in the mirror, and you think, wow, I made it. The treatment is completely over. You might even be tempted to just toss that plastic case in a drawer and never look back. But I need to hook your attention right here, right now, and gently challenge that common misconception. Taking off that last tray absolutely does not mean you've crossed the final finish line. In fact, thinking you're completely done, that's actually the #1 trap that patients fall into.
Okay, let's dive into this. The hard truth we need to confront today is that a retainer is not an optional accessory. It is definitely not just some pesky add-on your orthodontist throws at you for fun. It is, biologically and structurally, the final phase of your treatment. You see, your clear aligners did the heavy lifting of moving your teeth, but the retainer? That's the non-negotiable step required to protect that massive investment you just made in your smile. Without it, the whole system literally falls apart. Section 1. The Science of Tooth Relapse. To really understand why you can't just walk away once the aligners come off, I want you to think of your teeth like they're suspended in a web of tiny rubber bands. These are your periodontal ligaments, the fibrous tissues connecting your teeth to your jawbone. When your aligners moved your teeth, these ligaments were stretched and compressed. But here is the critical part. Those ligaments have a biological memory. Without an appliance holding your teeth in their new place, those stretched rubber bands are going to actively attempt to snap back, pulling your teeth right toward their pre-treatment positions. This biological phenomenon is what we call orthodontic relapse. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the timeline involved here, 12 to 24 months. That is how long it takes for the bone remodeling process to actually settle down and stabilize around your newly aligned teeth. So your teeth might look perfectly straight on the outside on day 1, but underneath the gums, the bone is still very much adapting. During this 12 to 24-month window, your teeth are highly vulnerable to shifting.
And honestly, if the biological rubber bands weren't enough to worry about, you're also fighting against your own face every single day. Constant, natural forces are pushing against your teeth. Every time you chew your food, every time you swallow, the subtle pressure from your tongue just resting in your mouth, and even the pressure from your lips. All of these daily micro-movements are constantly fighting against the new tooth positions. So without a retainer, your newly straightened teeth are quite literally under siege from your own natural biology. Even your own tongue is betraying you.
Section 2. Choosing your armor. The types of retainers.
First up, we have the Essix retainer. This is a clear, nearly invisible plastic tray. If you've been doing clear aligner treatment, this is going to be the most common and popular choice, mainly because it looks and feels almost exactly like what you're already used to wearing. It offers a totally seamless transition, it's comfortable, it's affordable, and it's highly aesthetic. Just keep in mind, it can wear out over 1 to 2 years with heavy use, so it does require replacement eventually.
Next is the Hawley retainer. Yeah, I know it looks a little old school, but it is the traditional workhorse of the orthodontic world. It consists of an acrylic base that fits right against the roof or floor of your mouth and a visible metal wire that runs across the front of your teeth. While you do have that visible wire, the massive advantage here is durability. A well-cared-for Hawley can easily last 5 to 10 years. Plus, it allows for natural tooth contact when you bite down, which a lot of patients really prefer.
Our third option is the fixed or permanent retainer. This is a thin wire that is physically bonded to the back surface of your front teeth. It's completely invisible from the outside, and it is the ultimate zero-compliance solution. You don't have to remember to put it in because, well, you can't take it out. It works 24/7. This is exceptionally perfect for areas with a super high risk of relapse, like those lower front teeth. It does require a bit more effort to floss around for sure, but the peace of mind, totally unparalleled.
And this brilliantly illustrates how these 3 options stack up against each other. The trade-offs become pretty clear, right? The Essix gives you minimal visibility but lower durability. The Hawley provides incredible longevity but with moderate visibility. And the fixed retainer offers zero compliance worries, but it demands a bit more effort to clean. Reviewing this matrix makes choosing your specific armor a whole lot more straightforward, depending on your lifestyle and your specific orthodontic case.
Section 3. The retainer wearer schedule.
Let's move to and see how this builds over time to map out the chronological journey for maintaining your smile. The absolutely most critical period is the initial phase, months 1 to 6. This requires full-time wear, 20 to 22 hours a day, exactly like your aligners. You are actively fighting that bone remodeling window we talked about. Next, from months 6 to 12, you enter the transition phase. Here you can gradually step down to nighttime wear only as the bone solidifies. Finally, for year 1 and beyond, you enter long-term maintenance. This usually means popping your retainer in a few nights per week, pretty much indefinitely, just to combat natural aging and bite forces.
Now, to ensure patients actually succeed through all these phases, structured systems like the ClearPath Retainer Protocol are a game changer. At the very end of your treatment, final digital records are taken. A custom retainer is then immediately fabricated based on that absolute final tooth position. You get explicit written instructions, and your dentist schedules checkups at 1, 3, and 6 months post-treatment just to monitor the fit. And you know what's fantastic about this digital protocol? Archiving your treatment data means that even years down the line, an incredibly accurate replacement retainer can be printed for you without needing to start the whole process from scratch.
Section 4. Protecting your investment.
Okay, to truly protect that investment, we first need to dispel a massive myth. Patients constantly ask this: can my last aligner tray just work as a retainer? I mean, it makes sense, right? You already have it, it fits your teeth perfectly at the end of the treatment, so why spend extra money on a dedicated retainer?
The answer is a definitive hard no. Actually, scratch that. While your last aligner tray can work temporarily for a really short period, aligner plastic is designed specifically to move teeth, not hold them indefinitely. It is entirely too thin, and it's going to degrade really quickly under long-term bite forces. You absolutely need a dedicated, durable retainer. Skipping a proper retainer and just relying on an old aligner tray is literally the #1 reason patients experience relapse and end up paying all over again for retreatment. Don't fall into that trap.
And of course, a proper retainer requires proper care. Here are some highly actionable, super practical steps to keep it clean. Step 1. Always rinse with cool water after removal. Never use hot water because it will warp and melt the plastic. Step 2. Brush it gently with a soft toothbrush, but, and this is absolutely vital, do not use toothpaste. Toothpaste is highly abrasive and will scratch the plastic, creating these tiny little grooves where bacteria will just thrive. Step 3. Soak it in a dedicated cleaning solution for 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week. And finally, Step 4, always store it dry in a ventilated case.
I want to wrap up by leaving you with this golden rule, a really powerful final thought that essentially summarizes the entire journey we just took. Wear your retainer for as long as you want to keep your teeth straight. Your teeth are living parts of your body. They're naturally going to shift as you age. Your beautiful, hard-earned smile, that lifetime investment, relies entirely on this one simple daily habit. The finish line wasn't the last aligner tray. The finish line is a lifetime of confident smiles, secured by your retainer. So the question is, are you ready to commit to keeping yours perfect? Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.